And
defensive move. This looks like a king's move. Oh, and the elbow drops off the back of the table.
elbow drops off the back.
Lars, they call you a top flopper, but something tells me that I'm ready for you.
Riekerd would lose his match because I'm still stronger than him.
I don't think he has enough for me.
I will stop your winning streak.
Lars, I'm the African lion. I'm gonna leave you in a puddle of your own blood.
Well, we will find out if you are a lion or a kitty.
I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and I'm gonna show you what this youth in me is gonna do.
You talk a lot. Stop talking and get on the table, you pussycat.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Are you ready for showtime? In the men's super heavyweights on the right arm. Let's welcome our athletes now, making their way into the arena, starting with this man. He hails from and is representing the icy north of Norway, where he is a multiple national and overall champion. East versus West. Welcome back, Raw Power, Lars Rørbakken! Ladies and gentlemen, Norway's finest raw power, Lars Rørbakken, is here from the land of the Vikings, waiting for the introduction of this rising star of the sport. He hails from and is representing his home nation of South Africa and burst onto the scene only a couple of years ago. He has been on the tear ever since, with no signs of slowing down. Where is the limit for Riekerd? Bornman!
Hoe het die stappen met de smile zo breed. Lichte harten maar die kracht gesteed. Hulle braai, hulle lach, hulle bring die vuur. Is te buig makkelijk met een goeie humeur. Humor zo scherp dat allemaal verstom. Vrienden voor allemaal waar hulle ook kom. Lig op die voeten, sterk in die handen. Hoe die boeities rollen in een vreemde land, ja. Bornman, vibe, ja die boeities. Samen dat lach en kracht saam. Dus hulle geheim trek waar hulle gaan. Bring hulle die hitte, positieve energie.
Round number 1, Riekerd Bornman versus Lars Rørbakken. It's all about power. It's all about experience versus the young gun Riekerd Bornman, 22 years old, versus a veteran in our sport at this point, 46 years old, Lars Rørbakken.
Yeah, director, we agree to scrap.
Looked like you needed some help up here, Ray, so
Thank you, John.
I'm gonna join you.
I'm joined by John Berzink and Neil Pickup, and this is it. The main card starts right now. Lars versus Riekerd. I'm so excited for this matchup because I don't know what to expect. We see a much bigger version of Lars Rørbakken than we have seen in a very long time.
Very, very confident. They decided to go right to the straps?
Yes.
All right.
Gentlemen.
Maybe until now, here we go. And one thing evident straight off the bat there, Riekerd Bornman didn't seem happy with the center position on the table and continues to talk in that regard. By contrast, look at the face of Lars Rørbakken. Super calm, experience shining through there, but will it matter?
As John can tell, Lars is known for his pressing ability.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if he's able to get the tricep on it, it's going to be a tough task.
But he has evolved in a very great open top roller. And I have a feeling that is exactly what we're gonna see. By the way, he's setting up right here, putting his shoulder very much behind, leaning down. No problem is coming from Lars Rørbakken. Let's see the power of Riekerd Bornman. And
Defensive move. It looks like a king's move. Oh, and the elbow drops off the back of the table.
elbow drops off the pad.
Very positive A-side position taken up there from Riekerd Bornman. And he looks very frustrated that Lars bailed off the back of the pad and prevented that pin.
He definitely established a king's move top roll, keeping the pressure on Borman's hand and wrist.
A little bit like Mayan Strengas earlier tonight. We don't.
Now Lars is setting up like he's going to be a little more offensive. He's not going to drop back to that defensive position. Looks like he's going to get behind his arm in quick fashion.
Really fighting for it there. But I was just saying, we don't exactly know where Riekerd Bornman is at. He's been so successful. He's facing a very different kind of challenge tonight. Rørbakken's very well rounded and super sticky, John.
I'm going to do you first, wrist.
I like that Riekerd stayed with his shoulder commitment right there. He knows exactly. This time Lars is coming forward to him. I feel like the press is coming.
Yeah, as John was saying, much more offensive position adopted now from Lars. He's stood up on his toes, trying to drop in there and find the A side. It'll make so much difference.
He's so close to the edge of the elbow pad right there that the elbow might go over.
Too much outside.
One foul. One foul for
Riekerd Bornman.
Riekerd Bornman.
Elbow down.
Okay.
Did not allow him to get anywhere near his arm to get that press in. Bornman stretched his bicep out.
Okay, you got one foul on the elbow.
Yeah, foul or no foul, there was a warning shot fired there. That was a lot of power.
Yeah. Lars again changing his position, much more open. Might end up in again, but he needs to keep that elbow on a pad.
Much better.
Much better. Tries to separate him more.
This is going to be sticky.
Gets a stop. Gets a stop.
Here we go.
Needs to watch that elbow right there, and wow, very good from Lars. Full commitment for a press.
Wow.
I think there was an elbow foul for Lars. Went over the board. One elbow foul for Lars Rørbakken.
Well, the story of that pin, guys, without a shadow of a doubt. This is kind of the shape we expected to see here.
Exactly.
And it's interesting because we get the test. We get to see what Riekerd Bornman can do from that position. Lars will put the bleed on you. And a couple of early tracer hits. In the lead up to this, Riekerd said he wouldn't overcommit. And I think he was as good as his word there. He was measured on those hits.
This isn't going to become a battle of the arms. It's going to be how well Borman's hand holds up, right? His hand and forearm.
He made a full commitment there for the pressing, so we'll see. But this is a great test for the young champion, as well as resurrection of Lars Rørbakken.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just getting the strap on.
It's not your team.
Let me get the strap on, then you guys.
Yeah, Lars Rørbakken also not happy there with
Yeah, but they're taxing
the
my
setup
forearm.
was going.
Same here, Lars. I don't know why he's always doing that. And just please stop doing it. We both are the same. No, don't pull that way, please. Pull this way.
A lot of talk.
Okay, get the, don't touch the strap.
Trying to persuade the referees to give them a little bit of an advantage.
Sometimes it works. Okay. Lars looks still good. He just needs to keep that elbow on the pad. He's always right at the edge of it.
He's decided to go.
And good position for Lars. Tries to keep that elbow right there. Riekerd Bornman working that elbow, working that hand, committing to a press. And I feel, yes.
And he's able
he
to
gets it.
establish it, yeah.
The question is, how much damage did he take, and can Lars keep this up? Because eventually, if you take too much damage, you can't put your shoulder behind.
Well, the strap is stabilizing the wrist for Bornman, so the hand is not so important. He's using the strap at that point.
Lars pretty clever there, John, I think. Just at the base, watch Lars just pull a little back. Desperation move there, but he drags hard into the elbow of Riekerd Bornman, and Riekerd forced to go to the red line there.
Absolutely. Lars is an athlete. We all know that, and he's known. It's so interesting that he completely changed his style to the opposite of the spectrum, which is the open top roll, and he's really good at it. but he's still in beginning of it, in my opinion.
Well,
Riekerd Bornman showing great arm wrestling ability from this young South African champion.
Yeah, and the centre he's really winning the centre early. That little bit of a speed advantage and I think a little bit of a top end advantage is making a tremendous difference for him. Riekerd right now looking good. He's still got plenty in the tank.
Yeah, good.
Going to become a bit of a puzzle for Lars Rørbakken now. He's got to go to work and
I just want to put my hand down, get the strap.
Lars needs to go a little bit earlier, needs to be a little bit faster, just separate him from that arm. Just separate him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he decides to be a little bit more offensive this time. He's chipping away at this defensive move, but at some point he's probably going to have to transition to an offensive.
yeah, he needs to make it a little uglier, doesn't he, John, really?
He's making it really ugly.
Yeah, needs to make it a horrible match. And at the moment, Riekerd's not being tested in the hand much.
Ooh, Riekerd's coming very much forward. I see Lars doing the same. Lars is not going to go
Yeah, that's good.
for open top roll, as it looks like.
Here we
Let's
go.
see. Oh.
Both of you guys need no call.
It looked like Bornman
Just say
won
fuck
that
it. Ready, go.
battle.
Absolutely. I feel there's going to be another adjustment from Lars, and it is. And it is. I feel like he tests all the time if he can. It's like not yet.
I think he was frustrated there. Underway we go on a big drive. Centre of the table, and Rørbakken again takes up that resting position. But look at the movement there. Diligence from Bornman. Climb and bump. And he's not really getting stretched in the hand. Starts to collect himself. Rørbakken sweeping outside, but elbow again, and that is going to be a problem for him.
Be a man. Don't do that.
A little late
Don't do that. Be a man.
transitioning to that shoulder roll, in my opinion. He stayed outside and pumped it a little bit too much outside, and that's going to definitely be taxing on his arm.
And the interesting thing is, I think it's more taxing on his arm than Riekerd's hand.
Yes.
He's not just hitting enough to create any real stretch there. There's plenty of rope left, and Riekerd's been really intelligent in continually feeding that hand forward so that he's not taking abuse and damage on the hand. It's a really impressive performance.
If he would be able to roll out as well as rise up at the same time, he puts a lot of damage, separates, but it's very hard. Riekerd's pulling very, very smart in this one. Again, Lars coming forward with his shoulder and hits a press. Gets on a press. Riekerd with the top roll. What do we have there? Elbow for Lars. It's a second elbow foul. Lars did have some success there. He did stop him, but couldn't keep his elbow on a pad. 2-0. Riekerd Bornman leads this match.
Yeah, things looking great for Riekerd Bornman right now. This is a very, very intelligent display from that man.
Right now, it's all on Lars Rørbakken's shoulders. Can he turn this around? Can he change something? Maybe he went for the press where he shouldn't have. Let's take a look at it one more time. Yeah, he came so much closer.
The elbow
Just lost his elbow there.
drops off the front, doesn't it?
Yeah. So much power from Riekerd Bornman. 22 years old, on a rise to be a top 10 heavyweight on EVW. Crazy.
There's a real confidence around Riekerd, but it's not a cocky confidence. It's not an arrogance. It's a hunger to push himself forward. And John, starting to look difficult at the moment for Lars. What has he got in the tank, do you think?
Well, endurance does become a big factor in the sport, and but he's definitely not put enough wear and tear on a Riekerd. So, yeah, I don't know I don't quite see the answer out for Lars at this point. He's got to jam. He's got to wear him down a little bit more, and then make that transition into the
I promise you, just leave us both. We'll
transition into the shoulder roll.
Don't climb. You are climbing.
Let's see if the buckle changes anything. Riekerd has the buckle.
It's a little bit, in my opinion, a disadvantage to have the buckle on your wrist. Some people don't care. Todd Hutchins claims that it's not that important. He actually feels better with the buckle on his.
I do too, because I'm not trying to out top roll you.
I think it depends on the referee. The referee's on a different side, so you're able to see the start.
Maybe better.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
So there's advantages and disadvantages on the buckle side.
Don't do that, no.
This is it. Lars Rørbakken, Riekerd Bornman, 2-0. Riekerd is leading. Let's see if Lars can turn this around. This is already a battle. This is not an easy match by any measure. Waiting for the goal.
Lars still going outside.
Gonna commit.
Go!
Lars does commit fully there. Gets a stop, gets something. Needs to separate Riekerd, can't really do it. Riekerd's coming forward, and there's an elbow foul for Lars Rørbakken. He's doing some damage, but I think he might be running out of rounds.
Yeah. No, Riekerd's definitely being very patient.
Riekerd's pulling very well.
He doesn't quite feel it. But,
What I'm mostly impressed about Riekerd is that looking at every single match he has had in EVW, they're completely different. He has to pull different techniques versus completely different opponents, switch things up with things that work, things that don't work, which is really, really impressive. Super versatile athlete, Riekerd Bornman, an absolute unit. The question is, what will Lars do right now? Can he go for the press? Or he will try to top roll one more time, but again, all the time he's running out of space. Both guys are absolutely massive, big, holding on to so much muscle, and all that muscle must be super pumped right now.
yeah, 60 seconds isn't a very long time for rest periods between rounds.
No.
We changed that a couple East versus West
Yeah.
ago, and it makes a difference.
But it's
The hand, the
it's
forearm.
equal for both at
Yeah.
least. Let's say how it is.
Yeah, but it changes the way you train.
Yes, and how you pull. Much more shoulder commitment from Lars Rørbakken. Let's see what's gonna happen right here, right now.
Keep it there, Lars. Don't move it in. Don't move. Go!
Oh, Riekerd Bornman takes the center and takes the win.
Completely missed the go.
Riekerd Bornman wins 3-0, but what a battle this was.
South Africa representing.
Yes, both Bornman brothers winning today. What a great moment. We go to Neil Pickup for the post-match interview.
Okay, super quick. Okay. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am down here with the Bornman brothers. Riekerd, just wanted to run off there and say well done to Lars Rørbakken. Superb performance, and had a little bit left in the tank. You fancy doing a couple of squats with your little brother there?
Yeah, Germany. Oh, sorry for that. Germany, you guys are great. Thank you so much for coming out. All the VIPs, all the general tickets, gold, silver, bronze, you guys are the best. All the pay-per-view fans, you guys are the guys who keep this sport running. Thank you so much. Papa, mama, ons het het gedoen. Ek en Boetie. You know, guys, 3 months we had for this prep. A super tough prep, mental, physical, with my little brother, and this is why I'm feeling these emotions. But thank you, East versus West, Robert Baxter, Dexter, the best Iron Mike in the business, Neil Pickup, for always giving me a call and advice. This sport is great, it's beautiful, and this sport should be so much bigger than it is.
Now, Riekerd, obviously, you said you were coming here with a great deal of confidence. It's not an arrogance, you've got self-belief. We did see a little bit of the stickiness tonight from Lars Rørbakken, but I've got to say, you did look like you had a little more in the tank. How hard did you have to go, and how much was left?
Yeah, that was tough, Neil. I'm not going to lie. And that's what you can expect with a King's move, to be honest. So it's my first time facing a King's move, and I don't think it was too bad. All the other times was in training. This was the real deal. But the inside game is back. And I'm happy for that. So yeah, still a lot to work on, but I think we need to find someone who can beat me now.
Now let's talk about that, mate. You spoke about a couple of names that you'd like to face. obviously, you can have a word with Snezana, with Robert, and see who they're going to throw at you. But if you had your choice, who is the man you want to put the crosshairs on next?
You know, give me Big Daddy Jerry Cadderat. I think that's a big test. I want to be a big name of this sport, and that's what it takes. So Jerry, this young man wants some business with you. I hope you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your love and raise it up for Riekerd!